Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's with much regret and a heavy heart I've got to tell you that my beloved DRZ 400, it's gone. It's gone to a better place. Greener pastures. We're no longer together. Sadly, at the beginning of the week, I was made an offer on the motorbike and I've sold it. Money's getting a bit tight while renovating the bike and the upcoming trip. So I took an offer that I couldn't refuse. Oh, excuse me. As I said, it's gone to better pastures. Brett from Australian Sled Dog Tours bought it. His partner actually bought it, I think, for his birthday. So I can still get to visit her. She lives about 5 or 6 kilometres away from me, out on a big open farm where she can be ridden all day and played with, frolic amongst the hills and the grassy knolls, up and down through Dale. But she's no longer mine. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut. Okay, now I've gotten over my emotional trauma. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Michael. I do motorcycle related content with my Harley Davidson Road King CBR 1000 F I'm rebuilding, my camper trailer, motor camping and bits and pieces, formerly known as Michael with the DRZ 400 as well. But enough of that. Today I'm going to have a little tinker. As many of you know, I'm coming up to a road trip with a friend of mine around Victoria and South Australia, trying to light the trailer as much as I can. We're basically touring, we're not destination camping. So we're riding, stopping, we're not going anywhere and stopping for any length of time. So I'm trying to minimise weight. I've got a single burner hot plate and things to go on top of my gas bottle. So as I said, I'm trying to lose weight. I've taken out my big heavy kitchen and I've got a Wanderer 2-burner stove. It's fantastic. But again, it's still extra weight. So if I'm minimising all the weight for this trip, what I'm thinking of doing is adding some support chains to this thing. So then I've got a bench I can actually work on. I might have to stiffen it up somehow, I'm not quite sure how at this stage. But today I'm going to add some security chains so the tailgate stays up. Normally it drops straight down and you've got no work surface, but because I'm minimising what I'm taking, I'm going to add some chains to it and make it a workbench. I might even reinforce with a bit of ply or something at a later stage, but right now that's what I'm doing. So let's get into it. So the theory behind this isn't too much like rocket science. I'm going to attach a couple of, these are the smallest ones I could find that were heavy duty. I could have riveted some on, but I'm using these. These are just an 8mm gel link, which I'm going to attach at the top. Bit of chain, couple of carabiners, lightweight carabiners. I'm either going to put a link in this as well, a loop in this as well so it can hook to that, or I may just use the existing hooks Mind you, they're only lightly riveted on. But I'm not going to have that much weight on it, so that might even suffice just as a loop. And doing that, I might not even need that loop on that end. I'm not quite sure at this stage. So, you know, these carabiners are $1 each and stuff, so it's not like it was expensive. Yeah, see, that even might link on itself. But I want to have the carabiners and stuff on here so I can take the chain off, so then it doesn't rattle around in bits and pieces, because I think that would just shit me to tears. Mind you, for $1, it's just as easy to have those on there. So I'll just mark out, drill a couple of holes as close to the surface as I can, where I can hook this carabiner to. They're just a light aluminium carabiner. So it's close to the top as I can, where I can hook that on, and we'll go from there. This is just an 8mm bolt, so it's not too bad. And I've got some nylon, stainless steel nylon bolts as well, nuts as well. So I've marked up a couple of spots just near the rear reinforcing here. You'll see where the drill comes through. That way the bolt can be locked in on the inside, on the outside, sorry, and I can spin it off on the inside. Plug the drill in, Michael. Do you ever get those days and wonder why? Lately I've been thinking my whole life like that. Goodness gracious. It's very thin metal, so it's not that thick. So that's basically where that'll go. And I'll grab one of my nylon lock nuts. And I've got a washer, so I'll put a washer on it as well, just to make it all nice and firm. So that's all in there. Nothing special to see, but that's it where it works. I've taken the tailgate off at the moment because I found a piece of plywood. Okay, so what I've got is just this piece of scrap ply. As I said, it's only to brace a little bit so it gives it an even surface so it doesn't flex with the grill on. So I've positioned it 1 mil from the back or 2 mils from the back, and 45 mil from either side. So that's roughly in center, and I'll just mark that off. I'm thinking I'll cut this line I'm just doing now. I'll cut just inside that line, and that will give me just enough clearance at the top for it to scoop over. So it's pretty straightforward. It's only a piece of 5mm ply, so it's nothing special, but it'll give it enough bracing on there. Then I'll fix it with some mushroom head bolts and nuts through the gate, probably just 6, 4 either end and 2 in the middle, and that'll be great. So I'll get into that and cut. I seriously have to look at my life. I went to grab my clamps and I've just broken one of my clamps. I must have tripped over a black cat walking under a ladder when I killed the Chinaman. I'm not quite sure, but my God, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me today. So I'm using my toolbox and the tailgate as a straight edge just so I can get a decent line. So that's basically in place. So I'll find my, so they're 1/4 inch, so I'll drill some holes. And we'll mount this up. So for quick referencing, I've just got a square, I think it's a washer, I'll call it a washer, to make the mark so then the spots are evenly positioned on this board. And that just makes it quick to do. So that was just used as a quick reference so then I can put them down quickly. Oh, look who's come to visit. It's my DRZ. She's come home to visit. Well, I'll have to say bye and I'll come back later. Well, that was a lovely visit from my DRZ. So just continue a few more holes. I've got some spring washers here. I'm starting to get quite a selection of nuts and bolts now. I'm going to have more than local hardware soon, because unfortunately I might need 6 in this case, but I have to buy 30. That's okay, I'll always use them for something else. So I'll go through and put these on and then tighten them and go and come back to you. So just to not make these bolts shine out so much or stand out so much, what I'm doing, I've just made a little hole in a plastic bag. That's all it is. Just so I can spray through it, just cover up those bolts so they're not quite so shiny against the metal finish. It's not brilliant, but it's way better than, apart from the shed's windy. I've got the big garage door open. That's just so they don't shine quite so much. That's just the matte black paint, so that'll dull down a little bit. And all will be good. So that's basically that board on there. I'll let that paint dry a little bit. I may paint it. At this stage I'm not going to worry about it, but I may paint it at a later date. So let's go back to put the chains on. So amongst all the excitement of seeing the DRZ come back, I forgot that I bought some acorn nuts to go on the back of this to make it look a bit neater. So I've just replaced those and I'm going to spray them with a little bit of paint so they match up again. This time I'm using a bit of cardboard with a hole in it make it a bit tighter. Beautiful. So now I'll let that dry and we'll put it back on the trailer. Okay, now for the big, should we say reveal. So, put that one in there. Put that one in there. Oh, and look at that. Let's see how level we've made it. Hang on, we'll get the scale, the measure out. Flat that way, flat that way. So there you go. That's exactly what it's supposed to be. Now, for what I was doing, this is so I've got somewhere to put my little gas bottle. My little single burner that goes on top of the gas bottle. So then I can make myself a pot of coffee or something. I've got a little kettle sort of thing. Or I can use it for prep and have that away from the caravan, that's whatever. Have myself a little workbench. I've got a little stool so I can use my cutting board to cut food up or whatever. So I think for what I wanted to set out and achieve, that's actually worked. They seem quite strong. This chain's good for 110 kilo and there's no way known I'd ever put 110 kilo on it. And I said, for ease of that, drop it away. I wanted these so I could take them off so they don't get tangled up and stuff. So that's good as well. But overall, I think for what I was trying to achieve, that's brilliant. As I said, I can put my little esky there or cut up some food or, you know, because now the tent's set up, this is the side the awning is, that I flipped in that epic blunder. So for what I wanted to achieve, this has worked great. So, I appreciate you coming to see my video today. Don't hate me because I got rid of the bike. I hate me because I got rid of the bike. But as I said, it's given me a bit extra money to continue working with this. I've got my trip coming up, and as I said in previous videos, I just don't ride it very much. I've realised, I think I bought it in July last year, and I've ridden 350 kilometres. 220 of that, or 240 of that, was going to Bairnsdale and back to register it, which is 120k away. So I've basically done 100k in 8 months on 5 or 6 different rides, and I just don't ride it often enough. I'd like to get another one eventually when all this COVID shit's sorted out and I've got a bit more money and I know what I'm doing with a picture of my house. I don't know if my lease has been renewed or not at this stage, so everything's up in the air, and just in case I have to move, that's one thing less I have to move. So, until next time, bye for now.
Hey!
See, you thought I'd left. I would always ask you to like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. The YouTube algorithm seems to like it. You share it, it means that you like it, you're giving it to someone else. You give it a thumbs up, means you liked it. You give me a subscribe, means you liked it. And that way it can build on the channel, they'll promote it more, we can get bigger and better, and we can do things with it. So, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all the wonderful things, and I'll catch you next time.